Here we are on Web 1, and we're going to spin up a new container to host the image gen service. To do that, we're going to do a sudo docker run -d -p 81:80-h image gen 1, and the image is BenPiper /image gen. Go ahead and hit enter here. Now, let's jump over to our target groups. We're going to go ahead and click the Create Target Group button. And for the group name, we're going to call this image-servers. The protocol is going to be HTTP, and the port is going to be 81. Target type will be instance, and of course for the VPC, we're going to select the web app VPC. For the health check, we'll stick with HTTP, and under path, we'll put image.php. Let's go to the advanced health check settings. We'll go ahead and leave these as the default and then click Create. Close. And then let's go ahead and select the target group, click on the Targets tab, and then Edit. Now we're going to go ahead and add Web 1 on port 81. Click Add to Registered. There it is under our registered targets, and then go ahead and scroll down and click Save. Now let's jump over to our load balancers. Click on the Web LB load balancer. Click on the Listeners tab. Scroll down a little bit. Now look at our HTTP listener on port 80. If we look under the rules, you see we have an option to view or edit the rules. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now there's only one rule here, and this is the default action rule. Notice it says it cannot be moved or deleted. This rule simply says that if the load balancer receives any HTTP traffic on TCP port 80, forward it to the web server's target group. Simple enough, but we want to add a condition here. Let's go ahead and click the plus sign up here. We'll click Insert Rule above the default rule, and then under If, we want to select path-pattern, and then in the path, we're going to go ahead and enter /image.php, and then under the then header, we want to forward, because that's the only option we have is to forward. Forward where? We want to forward this request to our image servers target group. All right, go ahead and click Save here. So now what should happen is when we browse to the web application using the internet-facing load balancer URL, we should see an image banner on our web app. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's open up a new tab. And we're going to do coastalcarolinanetworks.com. Now notice that the image is still broken. Do you see why? Well, we're actually going to the secure listener, HTTPS. So let's go ahead and change that to HTTP. And boom, there it is, Image Gen 1. If I right-click this image, and then I open this image in a new tab, look at the URL here. Because the path here is /image.php, the load balancer uses path-based routing to redirect this particular request to the image gen container. All right, now let's make this more interesting. Let's add another image gen container. Let's SSH over to Web 2. All right, here we are on Web 2, and I've got the command already entered. So I'm going to go ahead and execute this, and notice here that I've put image gen 2 for the host name. All right, let's jump back over to our target groups, and let's make sure that image servers is selected. Click on the targets tab and then click the edit button, and we want to go ahead and locate Web 2, select that, and then we want to add it to our registered targets on port 81. Click Add to Registered, and then let's scroll down and click Save. Let's scroll down here. And now Web 2 is also showing as healthy. All right, let's jump back over to our web app and let's refresh. Notice under the web server information, we're hitting Web 1, but for the image gen server, we're getting image gen 2. All right, let's go ahead and refresh again. This time we hit image gen 1, but under the web server information, we're still hitting Web 1. Now, why is that? Well, think about where we define session stickiness. We define it in the target group. Let's go look at the target group again for our image servers. Let's go to the description tab, scroll down, and you can see that session stickiness is disabled. All right, let's go ahead and enable it. We'll click Edit Attributes, Enable Load Balancer Generated Cookie Stickiness, and let's just make this 5 minutes and click Save. Now let's jump back over to the web app again and we'll refresh the page. All right, we're hitting Image Gen 2. Let's refresh again. And we hit Image Gen 2 again. All right, let's go ahead and refresh one more time. And this is cool, all right? We're hitting Image Gen 2 every time and Web 1 every time. So we have session stickiness enabled for both target groups. So path-based routing is working and session stickiness is working.